Welcome to Small Plates. Here's Father Lon.
In the third Sunday of Lent, the gospel reading is from John, chapter 4. I have a few things to share about verses 4 through 26. If you would have your Bible there, I don't want to open it up, but we'll just highlight a few things here. Jesus and his disciples are going from Jerusalem to Galilee. They pass through the district of Samaria. Now at this time, the incarnate Lord is tired and thirsty. So he sits down near the well of Jacob. A Samaritan woman, tells us, came to draw water, and Jesus said to her, "Give me a drink." His disciples had gone into the city to buy food. The Samaritan woman said to him, "How is it that you, a Jew, ask a drink of me, a woman of Samaria? Jews do not share things in common with Samaritans." And it went the other way around, too. So she's kind of saying, I shouldn't be talking to you, and you shouldn't be talking to me. Okay? Nevertheless, they do get into quite a dialogue here. Jesus has some answers. She has questions. He speaks in a very spiritual way. And it kind of goes on. And then, I think the crux of the conversation is when he makes some observations about her moral life, which are not in accord with the will of God. You see, at that point, it becomes personal. I'm sure this is not something she wanted to hear. Nevertheless, she knows that Jesus is speaking the truth. And she doesn't walk away when she's confronted with, she's really confronted with herself in relation to God. One commentator that I read says, we never really see ourselves until we see ourselves in relationship to Jesus. True enough. The woman said to him, "Sir, I see that you are a prophet. Our ancestors worshipped on this mountain, but you say that the place where people must worship is in Jerusalem." This is something that is not of much interest to us. It was of great importance to the people of this time. Where do we worship? She is saying, where should I go to worship God? Where can I find God? Really is at the heart of it. And so Jesus speaks to her. "The hour is coming, and now is, when the true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and truth, for such the Father seeks to worship him. God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship in spirit and truth." In other words, you worship not in a place. That isn't what real worship is about. Real worship is when we know and embrace Christ. The woman said to him, "I know that Messiah is coming, who is called Christ. When he comes, he will proclaim all things to us." Jesus said to her, "I am the one who is speaking to you." This is what I call making a great discovery that she wasn't looking for. Before her is the answer to all of her questions, and it comes to her in a very personal way. We see Jesus doing this so often throughout the Gospels. When he meets people, it is on a personal level. And that's in his earthly ministry. Now in his heavenly ministry, we remember, especially in Lent, to draw closer, even now, to Christ in his heavenly ministry, where he will speak to us personally. Thanks be to God.